Today we're unboxing the Chase IHG Business Premier credit card, and I have to say this is one of my favorites I've added to my wallet in a long time. I haven't been this excited for a new card since my wife opened up a Chase Sapphire Preferred before I even started this YouTube channel. This card came with a 165,000 point welcome offer, a $99 annual fee, and it adds to my stack of business credit cards. Let's start off by giving an overview of this card, and then I'll tell you why I think it's so special, and then of course we will do the unboxing for you to see. I'm not gonna hide from anyone that a big reason why I signed up for this card is the welcome offer. I got 165,000 points just for signing up and spending $3,000 in the first 3 months of owning this card. Now right now the welcome offer is sitting at 140,000 points, but I still think that that is a great bonus. If you watch anybody's YouTube videos or blog posts about this card or the personal version of this card, you may see that the IHG points are valued at around half a cent per point. I'm not gonna say that they are wrong, but I do think that I can get more than 0.5 cents per point when I am redeeming these points for staying at IHG hotels. I have run some of the numbers on IHG.com looking for hotels that I would actually want to stay at, and using this card, I think I can get somewhere around 0.7 cents per point. Why I think my points will be stretched further by having this card is because you get redeem 3 nights, get the 4th night free. This means that if I am paying for a stay with points and I want to stay for 4 nights, I just have to pay with points for the first 3 nights, get the 4th night completely for free, and that's why I think that I'm going to be spending a lot less IHG points, because I will strategically book my IHG stays for 4 nights exactly, so that I only have to pay for 75% of nights when I stay at these IHG properties. If you're taking the standard valuation of half cent per point, this sign-up bonus that I got can be somewhere around $825, but if you're using my new points valuation, you can get over $1,000 worth of value. It all just depends on how strategic you're willing to be in order to maximize the value of your points. Of course, there's other good reasons why you should own this $99 annual fee card. There's up to 26 times points when you use this card at IHG properties. There's also 5 times points when you use this card for travel, dining, select business purchases, and also gas stations. And when you use this card for anything else, you get 3 times points. One of my favorite things about this card is you get an anniversary free night up to 40,000 IHG points. That is fantastic, especially just for a $99 annual fee. By staying 1 free night in a hotel every year, typically that hotel is going to cost more than $99, and so you can get that annual fee basically waived as long as you were already planning on staying at an IHG property for at least 1 night every single year. If you don't want to complicate the credit card game at all and you just want to use this card for pretty much all of your spending, then if you spend $20,000 on this card in 1 year, you can earn a $100 statement credit and an additional 10,000 bonus points. I personally will not be going for this, at least in the first year, because it would make more sense to spend on some of my other cards. But also, if you get that $100 statement credit by spending $20,000, that's another way you can get that annual fee, basically prepaying the $99 and then getting $100 back. This card also offers Platinum Elite status, almost the top tier that you can get at IHG. There's only 1 level above it, and there's also no foreign transaction fees on this card. There's some purchase protection and trip cancellation and trip delay insurance, and there are also travel benefits, one that will help you pay for global entry or TSA pre-check every 4 years. There's really a lot to love with this card, but we're still going. This is a business card, and for those of you who don't know, yes, you can sign up for a business card if you don't have an official LLC or corporation. I do have an LLC set up for my business that I own with my wife, but also my wife has applied for a business credit card as a sole proprietor, and she has gotten approved. The reason why I wanted my LLC to have this business credit card is just to build business credit. Later on down the road, if our business gets more and more successful, maybe we'll want to apply for a loan one day, and I will want my business to have excellent credit when that happens. Business credit cards are also great because they don't count against Chase 524. Chase 524 is when you can't be approved for more than 5 personal cards in the last 24 months and get approved for a Chase credit card. You do need to be under Chase 524 in order to be approved for a business card, but this card will not add to that status. So let's say that you are 424 and you get approved for most business cards, you will stay at 424 and you can still apply for Chase credit cards and be approved. My strategy right now is to stay under Chase 524, so I have access to all of Chase's cards in case I want to apply for one of them. And so that means I'm applying for a ton of business cards right now because of course my business would like to have more credit cards available to them, but also it's to stay under 524. I'm gonna start unboxing this card in a little bit. I do have a little bit more to say when it comes to this business card versus a personal card. I actually have the personal IHG card. Let me actually take it out of my wallet right now. It is right here. This is the personal version of the IHG card. It's actually the first video I put on this YouTube channel when I was applying for this card and was hoping to get approved. And there it is, I did get approved for it. And it is interesting that this personal version of the card overlaps with a lot of the same benefits of this business card. So I will not be able to fully maximize the value out of having this business card, but that's completely fine because I definitely think that owning both cards is still worth it. There are 4 big reasons why some people would say to not get both cards. Here they are. Number 1, Platinum Elite status. I already have Platinum Elite status with IHG by owning the personal card, so why would I need to get Platinum Elite status again with the business card? Well, I actually don't get it again. It's the exact same thing. There is no benefit for me to signing up for this card when we're talking about status. Number 2 is the 4th night free. I don't get an extra free night for signing up for the business card. I already have this perk by signing up for the personal one. So again, there's absolutely no benefit to getting the business card when we're talking about getting a free night when redeeming reward stays. Number 3, there is a United Travel Bank credit that you get by owning this card. You get up to $50 every single year by holding one of the IHG cards. You get $25 in the first 6 months of the year and $25 in the second 6 months of the year. And you can use that to pay for some of your United flight. Now, I don't get an extra $25 by holding the business version. I only get $25 every 6 months and that is it. So if you own both cards, again, there's no benefit. And the 4th reason why it might not make sense to hold both cards is they have basically the exact same spending categories. With the business card, you do get a little bit more in that 5 times points category for select business purchases, but other than that, they are the exact same. I'm basically gonna have no benefit of spending on one card versus the other, so I guess it'll be really nice to separate my personal expenses from my business expenses so that I really don't have to choose which card is better based off of these spending categories. Of course, with that in mind, there still are some unique reasons to get the business card, like the anniversary free night. I will not get just one anniversary free night, I will get 2, so that is fantastic. I can stay 2 nights for free at IHG properties every single year. I will get another global entry credit that I won't use for myself since I already have global entry. I will maybe give it to someone else that needs it that doesn't have a credit card that can pay for it. I of course get a second welcome offer. The welcome offer I got on the personal card was 175,000 IHG points and this business one is 165,000 points. I haven't stayed at an IHG property yet, but I am working on getting a booking with them in more than just one city when I'm traveling, so I'll be able to test it out and I can make a ton of videos on that subject. And with the last benefit before we unbox this card is that it is a business card. So of course I've already talked about how great business cards are, and so whenever I have a good chance to get one, I might as well do it. Now let's open up the envelope and see what the card looks like. Paper number 1, let's just get the boring one out of the way. It is what does Chase do with my personal information. It just shows you a little chart right there, everything that they share, and they basically they share everything so on here. So it's not really a big deal. I mean, this comes with every single credit card. I don't think it's that important, at least to this video, so I won't talk about it. The next one that we'll pull out is the Chase Business Card Agreement. So you can see that right there. It is kind of big, like it's not a small piece of paper, but we can just quickly go through it. There's not like a ton of interesting stuff in here, just basically like telling you all about like how to get your account started, authorized users, credit line access, what these terms actually mean. And there's just a bunch more terms in here that they are giving definitions for. It's good to read over this if it's your first, second, or third card, but for me, this is card number 14 now, so I don't really need to read through it. We'll move on to the next piece of paper. This one's a little bit more interesting. We got the IHG logo and the Chase logo right there. It just says, congratulations, your new card has arrived. Thank you so much. It shows you all of the IHG properties right there, and it goes through some of the benefits of having the card. There's some spending right there, the 26 times at properties, and then 5 times and 3 times, and then there's also going to be an anniversary free night that they show, which of course I've already talked about. Once you pay the annual fee for the second time, that's when you get an anniversary free night in your account, and you can use it wherever you want. Of course, if your room is more than 40,000 IHG points, you can actually use the balance that you have of IHG points in your account to pay for the rest of the points. Let's say it's 50,000 point room, you can use 10,000 IHG points and the anniversary free night together to get that a free room for you basically. Then it tells you more of the perks to owning the card. There's that United Airlines credit I talked about, but we won't be able to use it here. And then there's just some other things in there as well, like the Platinum Elite status, the redeem 3 nights, get the 4th night free, and then you can actually earn your way to Diamond status that I haven't talked about yet. If you spend $40,000 or more on this card, then you can get Diamond Elite status, which is the top status at the IHG properties. And you can earn an additional free night. For each calendar year, you can make purchases of $60,000 or more, and you'll earn an additional free reward night. I mean, $60,000 is a lot of money to spend on this card, which will probably make it not worth it for most people, but it is great that they offer this. The rest of this booklet is just the terms and conditions that come with all of these. Make sure to read that so that you can actually earn what you are trying to get. Here is the Chase Guide to Benefits. There is, well, let's just check it out. It's a World Elite MasterCard for business. It talks about the auto, rental, collision, damage waiver. There's a lot of stuff in here, the trip cancellation, interruption insurance. Make sure if you are planning on using any of these that you read over the terms and conditions so that you know what you're getting yourself into. 2 more papers in here. This is something that I always look at, and I got this one highlighted. Of course, there are 3 things that I always look at. I say this in every single unboxing video and every single watch me apply. Right here is the APR, the interest rate that you are going to pay on balances on this card. There is sometimes a $0 intro offer right there, but it doesn't look like that's the case for this one. It says 24.99% is my interest rate that I'm going to pay on balances. That's why I'm always going to make sure that I pay off this card in full and on time every single month, never carrying a balance, so that we just don't have to worry about that. And then we move on to the annual membership fee, and like I already talked about, there is a $99 annual fee for holding this card, which is completely fine with me, and the no foreign transaction fee right there. The paper that holds the card is this one, and it says at the top, your new Chase business card has arrived, and it also has the IHG logo right there. It does say here that I got a credit limit of $5,000, and I can't be sad about that. Of course, I thought it was going to be higher. For my personal card, I got a credit limit. It was like over $16,000, which I thought was pretty insane, and that might actually be too high based off of the strategy that I'm trying to use by signing up for a bunch of Chase credit cards, because Chase actually limits you to a total credit limit. And so by having a really high credit limit on a couple of cards, that may hinder you from getting approved for more. So the $5,000 credit limit I got from this card, I actually kind of like it. I do think that keeping a relatively low credit limit on a lot of cards is beneficial, because I can always sign up for another one and get approved. I highlighted a few things here. It says Experian 3 separate times, so it makes me think that Chase pulled Experian for my credit score, and they determined that my Experian score was good enough. So let me show you the card right now, and I am pretty excited about it. I do think that it looks better than the personal version of the card. So here is the personal version right now, and it looks fine. There's some like gray coloring on there. It's like kind of shiny a little bit, but you can't really like read my name very clearly. It's like a interesting orange color. But when you look at the business version, I like it a lot more. So here is the side-by-side comparison. Hopefully both will focus right there on the camera so that you can see. I like the design of the business one better because on the back, of course, I can't like show you because there's a lot of sensitive information on there, but you can easily read my name and card number, expiration date a lot more clearly because it's like that weird brown orange color on this personal card, and then on the business card it's just white with a dark background. And I am very excited to start working towards that sign-up bonus of 165,000 IHG points after spending $3,000 in the first 3 months. Thank you so much for watching this unboxing video, and we are currently trying to reach 1,000 subscribers on this channel, so every subscription matters. And if you want to check out any additional information on this card, I'll have a link. It'll be the top link in the description for you to click on to learn more. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one.